Hey guys, welcome back to another Dragonheir Silent Gods video. In today's video I'm going to be showcasing the final team I'm using against the Necrosis boss for the Otherworld Exploration Chaos Shadows. Before I get into that though, I just want to say a huge thank you to Dragonheir Silent Gods for sponsoring this video. If you are interested in getting involved in the game and giving it a try, please do click the link in the description and get involved today. So yeah, in terms of the Chaos Shadows, I have previously shown 3 teams that I've used on the Necrosis boss, as you can see here. In this video, I'm going to be showcasing the final one I'm using on this boss. It is using some more wild heroes. So in terms of the boss, obviously in the last few videos I've covered it. You need to make sure you're dealing with the buffs on the boss, otherwise it's going to take less damage. And obviously, as you can see from the buffs, it's going to do more damage or take even less damage. So dealing with those buffs and making sure they're covered is really important to increase your damage. This is the team I'm going to be using for this boss here. So just to run through them, first of all I've got Clovis. Clovis is my tank with Witch's Remains, which really isn't ideal as he's only a single hitter, but it's all I've really got in this team. He's wearing the Puppeteer set to increase the defense of the allies around him by 15% of his defense. So obviously I've got him with just over 3,000 defense, sorry. He's also built with enough accuracy to make sure he's placing his attack penalty and the defense penalty from Witch's Remains. Next up, my support for this fight is Elminster. So I've got Elminster built with a good amount of enlightenment, good amount of accuracy to place his attack penalty, and outside of that he's wearing the Ancestral Protection set to reduce the damage everyone else is taking. In terms of artifact, I've got him in his own artifact, so increasing his shield, strength and duration. Next up, I've got my hero to deal with the buffs on the boss here, and that is Dane. So I've got Dane built in a good amount of accuracy and then a little bit of damage as well. He is wearing the Energy Harvester gloves, so every one skill haste he has, he gets an additional 15 attack. So he's got 138 because of the Hourglass, so it allows him to get a large amount of attack and actually deal a really good amount of damage. But as you can see on his ultimate skill, he dispels 2 buffs from the enemies within range, so it's going to allow me to keep on top of those buffs as much as possible. In terms of my damage dealers, first of all, I've got NEDDA. So NEDDA is a rare hero. So she's built with a relatively good amount of crit rate, a good amount of crit damage, and some attack as well. She's wearing the Ravatrix's Roots artifact from Famiander Season 2 because it's really good on non-legendary heroes to increase their attack and HP even further. That's her build. It's just a nice basic build there. Next up, we've got Rash. So Rash is built with 90% crit rate, a good amount of crit damage and a very large amount of attack. He's also wearing the Precise Carnage gauntlets for damage against targets with defense penalty. Like I said, unfortunately I've only got a single hitter for my Witch's Remains, so the uptime actually isn't very good, but Rash still does a relatively good amount of damage from this. He's partially booked. I don't have any of the cooldowns booked on him. I don't know why I stopped because season 1 ended and I wasn't using him anymore. Outside of these bosses, he used to be in my Vortex team. So yeah, he's not fully booked. The rest of them, any epics and rares are, I believe. And Elminster is as well. Yeah, right, so let's jump into this run. I will obviously let it play out. I'll be back at the end of the run and we'll talk about how it went. I'll just open the damage meter first. Right, I will be back at the end of the run.
Be my firewood.
My way. Fight for Dragon's Breath. Iron Hail charge. Incinerate. Eat flame, idiots. Fight. Dragon.
Be my firewood.
That's the power of magic. Fight for Dragon. Incinerate. Iron Heel charge.
Be my firewood.
Eat flame, idiots. For Dragon's Breath. Let the power of magic lead my way. Fight.
Be my firewood.
For Dragon's Breath. Eat flame, idiots. Iron Hail charge. Incinerate. Fight.
And there we go. This team has come to an end as well. It is probably my weakest team that I've shown there. However, the reason for that is I've not set any skill timings. So as I said at the start, if the boss has any buffs, it does ignore shields. Obviously, Elminster being my only source of support here, that is all from shields. So Dane wasn't set up to remove those buffs before the ultimate hit, so it makes it a little bit sketchy. But as you can see there, NEDDA the rare does an insane amount of damage. Rash was a little bit lower. I'm not sure why he was so low there. Probably didn't hit into defense penalty frequently enough compared to NEDDA. He is normally above her, and obviously some damage as well, nearly 5 million from Dane. But overall, obviously, getting 22 million is the goal, no matter how messy or unpretty it is. As long as you get 22 million damage, you're able to lock in and get those full amount of rewards. So that is all for this video. I do just want to say once again a huge thank you to Dragonheir Silent Gods for sponsoring this video. If you are interested in getting involved, please do remember to click the link in the description and get involved today. But other than that, just a huge thank you to everybody for watching the video, and I will see you in the next video.